What's up, gang? We have the week 8 upcoming schedule. We have a bunch of great games coming up this week. I don't want you guys to miss out on them. I will give you predictions. I will tell you where each game is played, and I will tell you who is playing who. But before I get in that, if you like this kind of content, any kind of college football content in general, please hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon buttons. It is greatly appreciated, extremely helpful for the channel. Gives me great feedback on what you think, and I just don't want you to miss out on anything I put out. Any kind of college football news that breaks and what have you. And I don't want you to miss out. And it's also greatly appreciated. So let's get into it. So week 7 was a wild one, as was week 6. But now we are in week 8. The season is starting to wind down a little bit. We are getting towards the finish line before bowl games, before the playoffs, which I will also put out, and let's get into it. So the first game of the week is between the number 7 Penn State Nittany Lions, where they will be visiting Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, where they will square off against number 3 Ohio State and the Buckeyes. So each team is 6-0 and on the season, and 3-0 against Big Ten teams. This is going to be a fantastic game. I think it will be a very close game. Ohio State is the 4.5-point favorite at home for this week, and I am very excited about this game. I'm very excited about college football in general, but this game especially, being that it's the clash of two Big Ten titans. I will have to say that I have Penn State winning this game. I actually think that Ohio State will lose this game. This is going to be a very close game, but I have Penn State taking it. Originally, I thought it was going to be Ohio State, but after watching how Penn State played last week, I think Penn State's got a real shot at beating Ohio State. So I've got Penn State upsetting Ohio State at Ohio Stadium. So moving on to the next game. We've got the unranked UCF Bulls, I think they are, going up against the Oklahoma Sooners, the number 6 ranked Oklahoma Sooners. And they are in Norman, Oklahoma at Memorial Stadium. So the UCF Bulls are, I believe they're the Bulls, so don't quote me on that. But they are 3-3 on the year, while they are 0-3 versus Big 12 teams, while Oklahoma is 6-0 on the year and 3-0 versus Big 12 teams. I've got UCF losing to Oklahoma in a blowout. Oklahoma is the 19-point favorite in this game. They've played too well at Memorial Stadium. That crowd always gets behind them. They love their Sooners, and I see Oklahoma coming out with the win. The next game is the clash of two military schools. We've got the number 22 Air Force Falcons visiting the Navy Midshipmen. This will be played at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. Air Force is the 10-point favorite in this game. But with Air Force being 6-0 and Navy being 3-3, I will have to say that I have Air Force in this game. I do think the Air Force will win it. And I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think it's going to be a good enough beating that it makes a statement. So I have Air Force winning and going to 7-0. Then we have the unranked Washington State Cougars at 4-2 and 1-2 versus the Pac-12. Going up against the number 9 Oregon Ducks, who are 5-1 and 2-1 in the Pac-12. They will be playing at Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. And I have Oregon, who is the 20-point favorite in this game, winning this game big time. I don't think Washington State's going to be able to hang with Oregon. Oregon's played too good of football, and they're going to want to rebound after their last game. So I have Oregon winning this game, and I have them winning it big. The next game we have is the number 17 Tennessee Volunteers, who are 5-1 on the year, while being 2-1 against SEC teams, going up against number 11 Alabama. They are visiting the Crimson Tide at Bryant-Denny Stadium out in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And in this game, I've got the Volunteers winning against the number 11 Crimson Tide. So I've got this game being a very close game, but I have Tennessee ending up winning it. And I'm going to say it'll probably be within the last few minutes of the game, but I have Tennessee winning this game. Then we've got the South Carolina Gamecocks, who are 2-4 on the year and 1-3 against SEC teams, visiting the number 20 Missouri Tigers at Memorial Stadium, Farrett Field, out in Columbia, Missouri. And I've got the Gamecocks losing to the Tigers in an absolute beatdown. I think Missouri is too good of a football team to let South Carolina get an inch on them. I've got Missouri winning this game outright at Memorial Stadium, Farrett Field. Then we've got North Texas going up against the Tulane Green Wave at Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. In this game, North Texas comes in at 3-3 on the year, while being 1-1 in the American Athletic Conference, while Tulane is 5-1 on the year and 2-0 against American Athletic Conference teams. I've got Tulane winning this game outright at home. I haven't seen North Texas play, so I can't really give you my input on them, but I've got Tulane winning this at home. Next, we've got Minnesota, who's 3-3 on the year and 1-2 against Big Ten teams, going up against the Iowa Hawkeyes at Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa. So I've got the Golden Gophers losing this game to the Hawkeyes, and it's not going to be a close game. I think Iowa's too good, and I don't think Minnesota can really hang with Iowa. So Iowa's going to get the win in this game. Then we've got the number 8 Texas Longhorns at TDECU Stadium in Houston, Texas, visiting the Houston Cougars. Texas is 5-1 on the year and 2-1 versus the Big 12, while Houston is 3-3 on the year and 1-2 against Big 12 teams. I've got Texas running away with this game. I don't see Houston winning it. Texas has played too good a football this year to lose to Houston, so I've got Texas winning outright in this game. Then we've got the Virginia Cavaliers, who are 1-5 on the year and 0-2 against the ACC, going up against number 10 North Carolina Tar Heels. The Tar Heels are playing at Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, where they will get the win. Virginia is very weak at football this year, and they will not win this game. I've got North Carolina winning in a complete blowout at Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Then we've got the number 13 Ole Miss Rebels versus the Auburn Tigers. Ole Miss is 5-1 this year, while they're 2-1 against the SEC. And Auburn is 3-3 on the year and 0-3 against SEC teams. Now they are at Jordan-Hare Stadium out in Auburn, Alabama, but I've got Auburn losing this game to Ole Miss. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think it'll be a close enough game that it's going to turn heads. So I got a close game, but Ole Miss taking it. Then we've got the number 2 Michigan Wolverines versus the unranked Michigan State Spartans. Michigan is 7-0 on the year, while 4-0 against the Big Ten. And Michigan State is 2-4 on the year, while being 0-3 versus the Big Ten. The stadium will be at Spartan Stadium in East Lansing, Michigan. I've got Michigan taking down Michigan State. Michigan has played way too good of football. They are too consistent and they are too strong. And I just don't see Michigan State overcoming that. I've got Michigan winning this game outright in a complete blowout. Then we've got the number 16 ranked Duke Blue Devils going up against the number 4 ranked Florida State Seminoles at Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Duke is 5-1 on the year, while 2-0 against the ACC, while Florida State is 6-4 at home, or 6-0 on the year, and 4-0 against ACC teams. After last week's win, I don't think Florida State's going to slow down at all. I've got the Seminoles winning this game outright at home at Doak Campbell Stadium. Now, just to put out the favorites for each game. So Air Force is the 10-point favorite. Oregon is a 20-point favorite. Alabama is a 9.5-point favorite. Missouri is a 6.5-point favorite. Tulane is a 20-point favorite. Iowa is a 5.5-point favorite. Texas is a 22.5-point favorite. UNC is a 23.5-point favorite. Ole Miss is a 6.5-point favorite. Michigan is a 24.5-point favorite, while Florida State is a 14-point favorite in their game. And like I said, I've got Florida State winning this game at home in front of the home crowd. And with that crowd, I expect Florida State to win that game. Then we have the Army Black Knights going up against the number 19 ranked LSU Tigers at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I've got LSU winning this game outright. I don't think Army's going to be able to play with them. I think LSU's too good, too strong, too big. I don't see Army winning this game. LSU is the 30-point favorite in this, so I've got LSU winning this game outright. In our next game, we've got the number 14 Utah Utes going up against the number 18 USC Trojans. This game will be played at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum out in Los Angeles, California. Utah is 5-1, while 2-1 against the Pac-12. USC is 6-1, while 4-0 against the Pac-12. Mind you, Army is 2-4, and LSU is 5-2. USC is going to win this game at home. USC is the 5-point favorite. I do see USC taking down Utah. Coming in at our next game, we've got the Arizona State Sun Devils visiting the Washington Huskies. They are going to be at Husky Stadium in Seattle, Washington. Washington is the 28.5-point favorite for this game. Arizona State is 1-5 on the year and 0-3 versus Pac-12 teams, while Washington is 6-0 on the year and 3-0 versus Pac-12 teams. I have Washington State blowing out the Sun Devils, and with that crowd at Husky Stadium, it's very likely going to be a runaway game in the beginning, and it's not going to be close, and Washington will get off to a great start. And to wrap up Week 8, we have the number 25 UCLA Bruins going to Stanford Stadium in Stanford, California, visiting the unranked Stanford Cardinal. UCLA is 4-2 against during the regular season, and 1-2 against Pac-12 teams, while Stanford is 2-4 on the year and 1-3 versus Pac-12 teams. UCLA is the 16.5-point favorite going into this game, and I have UCLA winning this game, and I have them winning it outright. That wraps up the predictions and the matchups for this week. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, guys, you have a great rest of your night, and I'll talk to you later.